So what we have is this situation where the average person in this world, they have adopted so many ideas and beliefs based on a blind acceptance that these things are real. The idea that I will not die. I mean, everybody says they accept the idea that you will die, but it comes as such a gigantic shock when it actually occurs, like it's not meant to. Like some guy goes to the doctor and he's had some tests, and then the doctor sits him down and says, we have your test results back. Actually, not so good. We have discovered that you actually have cancer. It is quite advanced. It's probably, in our estimation, stage 4 already. We're seeing in the scans that it's metastasizing, it's moving around the body and establishing in different places. You probably have somewhere in the area of 3 to 6 months to live. So my advice, we can't really treat things the way they are. We have an excellent program where we can help you manage pain, and we have a wonderful psychiatrist here who can advise you on, how to face things and deal with stuff. But it is definitely time to get things in order. And if there's anything that we can do for you, please let me know. And the person is just like absolutely in shock. And they go home, and they come in the door, and they're like a walking ghost almost. And the wife looks and goes, "Oh, honey, you're back. What's wrong?" And he's just kind of like quiet. He sits down. She goes, "Honey, is there something wrong?" And he goes, "I'm going to die in about 3 months." And the wife goes, "Oh!" Like, you don't know that you're going to die? You don't know that this is the only thing that you can be absolutely sure of in life? Nothing else is sure. Whether you will get money, have a nice house, have children, find a partner that you can live with for the rest of your life, whether you're going to succeed in your business, that, we're not going to get hit by a thunderbolt, there's not going to be another world war. There is nothing that you can be sure about except this one thing. You can absolutely guarantee that you will die. And if you are very conscious of this reality, most of us would live a completely different life than the life we are living now. So we live with so many misconceptions. We assume that we can make a home in this world, that we can find shelter, where we can find relief and be able to just snuggle up like a little baby in its mother's arms, feeling protected, feeling shelter, feeling no anxiety, experiencing peacefulness. We aspire for this. We hope it can happen, that we can have a home, that we are going to live forever, that the family, the relationships that we build are going to last, that we will find happiness, that we will be able to find love, even though nobody's actually really finding it, not in the way that they desire, that they hope for. We build all of these, and I'm going to call them, I was going to say fantasies, but we'll stick with the terminology here, the misconceptions. We build our life, our entire life, on misconceptions that are not grounded in actual truth. And then we wonder why we are miserable. In spite of all of our efforts, all of our endeavors, all the energy we put into chasing things and trying to convince ourselves through positive thinking. You know, I knew someone, he was such a nice person. And you ask him, how you doing? And he's always just like, yeah, absolutely great. Life is fantastic. It's just great. I mean, everything's going my way. It's all just happening. And how are things with you? I mean, I'm just looking at your life and I'm just thinking you're just doing so great and you're such a nice person and your family's great also, and I'm just really overjoyed to know you guys and these other people. He just had this like real positive outlook on life. When he shot himself with a gun, it was shocking for everyone. People that I knew very intimately, the family, was absolutely shocked. Why would he do that? When he was wealthy, he was extremely good looking, he had business, his family was a political family, he could have risen to political prominence, he had everything going for him. Why would you shoot yourself? Why would you kill yourself? It is because when you build a life based on misconception, and it starts to become evident that that which you are hoping and aspiring for and struggling for can never come to pass, it is deeply disturbing. That is why people resort to things that take their mind off stuff. Why drugs and intoxicants are so big. Mood-altering substances, whether legal or illegal. A vast percentage of the developed world is just, they cannot function without mood-altering substances. And I'm talking about, you know, your cup of joe that you can't get through the morning without. I mean, what the hell is that? You've got a life where if you can't have a cup of coffee in the morning, a steaming cup of coffee of the particular blend that appeals to you, and if not, okay, we'll settle for something second class, but I got to have my cup of joe in the morning. If you can't get it, you're flipping out. You've become unhinged, snapping at people, just horribly bummed about things. So I'm talking about all forms of substances. Alcohol is such a common one, prescription medication. I mean, it's just mind-boggling. And people are creating this substitute reality, trying to get through the day, trying to get through their life